What is up, Funko Pop nerds, and welcome back to Carbonite Collecting, a branch of the Carbonite Convos podcast and YouTube channel. Today, we have a huge Funko Pop list for you guys. Now, this is part one of two parts. There are so many awesome concepts that can be made from this movie that we didn't want to put them all in one video. So we are stretching it across two videos. So be on the lookout for that next one. But if this is your first time joining us, you've just taken your first step into a larger world. And if this is not your first Funko list with us, then we can't thank you enough for coming back. And I'll tell you what, you chose a good one to come back for, because in light of everything going on, the hottest movie on the planet right now, and arguably one of the most highly anticipated movies of all time, with Spider-Man No Way Home, we figured it would be the perfect time to make a concept list from one of the best Spidey movies, if not the best Spidey movie in the history of the wall crawler. But before we get into it, I'm your host, Funko Stud, and you can check me out on Instagram and Twitter. And like always, I am joined by Mr. Wall Crawler Pops himself, Alec Porterfield. Alec, you ready to talk about Spidey?
Dude, I am ready to talk about Spidey. Anything involving Spider-Man and Funko Pops, I'm obviously going to be down to talk about, man. So I'm ready to get into his list. But as always, before we start, got to throw it out there, guys. If you like what you see here, make sure you smash that like button. Drop a comment in the comment section down below. Go ahead and hit that sub and that bell button while you're at it, guys. We greatly appreciate the support. Nick, why don't you go ahead and lead this list off, man?
All right, so this first one, it's a really cool one, and we actually have two. So we have Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man Unmasked. One is made by J.B.I. Vart, which you can see on the screen here, and this next one is made by Funko_Concept. Both really awesome concepts of a really great character who finally has some redemption in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes, absolutely. These would be must-buys for me. Next on the list, we have Happy wearing his CPAP machine in the movie. Obviously, it's a super funny scene when he's sleeping on the recliner. And this was done by Pt.1.
Yes, sir. Next on the list, we have Tom Holland's Peter Parker, but he's battle damaged. And this is also made by J.B.I. Vart.
Next, we got Green Goblin, obviously the main protagonist of the movie, and this was done by Nathros Funkos.
I really like how this one has the hood, because the hood was really defined in this movie, so I like that it has that. Next, we have one of the coolest reveals in this movie. We have, what would you call him? Sorcerer Ned with Doctor Strange's cape, made by What Now Pops.
Yes, I still can't believe that happened. Absolutely wild. So next on the list, we have one of our scenes to the list. We have Doctor Strange pushing Peter's astral form out of his body. Obviously, like the scene, he was able to control himself with his spider sense. That was one of my personal favorite scenes in the movie. I would buy that in a heartbeat. And this was done by J.B.I. Vart.
All right, next we have yet another scene. Now, this is Doc Ock and Spider-Man. So this is the first time that Tom Holland's Peter Parker and Dr. Octopus are meeting. And this was made by two creators. It was at pop.eyes and at my.spoptify. So they collabed to make this one together, and it is a dope scene.
Yes, extremely cool scene. They absolutely crushed it. Next up, we have a new look at the new version of Electro done by at Funko Concept Art. I would absolutely buy this, and I would say this for any pop on this list. They would be in my collection right now.
All right, next we have an updated Dr. Octopus. Now, we already have a scene with him, but we need a single pop with Doc Ock. This one is made by pop.eyes.
Yeah, super dope pop. Obviously love Doc Ock in this movie. Next up, we have another absolutely infamous scene. All the Spider-Man fans were super pumped about this. We have Tobey Maguire's Peter coming through the portal for the first time. And that was also made by at Funko Concepts.
Yes, sir. And to round off this list, we have one of the newest iconic scenes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we actually had two of them made. It's of all three Spider-Man. So the first one, we have them on the statue. Now, this was another joint effort, a collab between J.B.I. Vart and Nathros Funkos. So they both put this one together, and it is awesome. And the second one, we have all three Spideys actually swinging. And this one was made by Funko_Concept. So both a really really cool scene / 3-pack of one of the most iconic scenes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. So we really appreciate you guys joining us for another Funko Pop list. Don't forget, this is part 1 of the Spider-Man No Way Home concept list. So we will be having another one come out, but we really hope you enjoyed this one. If you like any of them specifically, make sure to comment. And if you have any ideas, feel free to comment as well. If the creators like it enough, we'll pass it along and they can make that one and you can see it in the next video. But again, thank you for joining us. And until the next list, don't forget, with great power comes great responsibility.